Here's a look at what I've been working on the past couple of months. This is part of my New Year's resolution to finish the ground cover on the entire layout. Here's a close-up look of the details. The work that I have done here includes putting gravel down on the edges of the road, adding the line painting, and then finishing off with various kinds of static grasses and bushes to complete the scene. See, we've added some weeds along the edges of the building. And a big clump of bushes there. It's actually hiding a door on the side of the building that really didn't make sense to come out onto the grass. In here we've added a little footpath along the side of the hill. You can see the path actually starts between the bushes off the edge of the layout and then carries on back up to the road. This is the first piece of the lower yard area that was remaining for a very long time without ground cover. You see there's still quite a bit left to do. So the whole yard and industrial area, this end of the layout, still needs to have ground cover. And that was my 2018 New Year's resolution to get that done. So I'm partway along and hope to have all this finished to a certain minimum level of cover anyway. Details can always follow later, but you need to have weeds between the tracks, etc., and have all this area covered sometime this year. I wanted to have the gravel along the sides of the road differ somewhat from the ballast on the tracks, so I created a custom mix color, which is basically taking even parts of light gray and the gray blend. You mix them together and you get a slightly lighter mix that looks good for the sides of the roads. The line painting, like other parts of the layouts, mostly microscale striping, decal sheets. These work quite well. You have to remember to give it a coat of dull coat when you're done to seal it. The special traffic arrows are by Highways and Byways. These are peel and stick type of product. There's all sorts of things in the package. I didn't use much of them. They also have striping. You can see the thin striping can be used instead of decals. It's the same 4-inch prototype thickness, so that would look very well. If I run out of decals, I'll start using those. Static grasses are much the same as the other kinds of static grasses I used around the layout, just making sure to vary the colors and lengths so it doesn't look too monotone. I also use Woodland Scenic's clump foliage. This is light green and medium green, just to add some bushes to the otherwise monotone grasses. And for the first time I tried using a little bit of moss or lichen. This I found at Michael's. I'm not terribly fond of lichen. I don't think it looks realistic in huge doses. So you can see I have used it very sparingly in a couple of places, surrounded by clump foliage to make it look more like trees. On their own they don't really look good, I don't think, because they don't look like they have a tree structure to them. So if they're hiding amongst a bush, other bushes, they're not too bad. Also, for a little extra visual interest, added a couple of Scenic Express trees just to hide the corner of the building and again add more variety to the scene. Still more details to come. I've picked up a new product that I'm going to try here. This is from Minute Nature, short weeds and tufts. That's what it looks like, and I guess you tease it apart and spread it around to look like summer weeds. Also, eventually, I'm going to get to adding in crossbucks. All these crossings will need crossbucks of some kind, and I've got a few different ones. I've got an old pike stuff package that I can use up. It's been sitting in a drawer for years, and that will give it a more railroady feel, I guess, everywhere where the tracks cross the roads. And here's one last look from the roadside perspective. And here's another look, bird's eye view, running along the street.